Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Saturday, September 5th, 2015 at 1700 in the afternoon Eastern Daylight Time. Now, Paul's out on the deck. He's been in here most of the day, but he's been out a number of times when he's had to have a smoke. And he made a beer run today. Oh my word. Give me a break, people. Now, as it turns out, I spoke too soon. Because that was my good neighbor, Liz and Henry. And they're coming over here at 6, so I've got to get on the stick here. That's 55 minutes away. And they're going to bring us over dinner, and we'll sit here and watch at least maybe the first half of the Notre Dame-Texas football game if I can Tom Sawyer them into staying. I guess they're playing at Notre Dame, so that means we can see Touchdown Jesus at the library. Now, I always love that, that guy, the library, a very modern library, and they look from the, looking from the south to the north end zone, and you see Jesus on the library on this sort of mosaic. It's great. So that will be fun, because I can assure you by that time of the night, my tongue will not be as restrained as it might seem to be now, although to some of you it might not seem to be restrained right now. Now, Paul went down and got the mail. Now, I had gone down to check it earlier, but I didn't expect it. It was like 2 when I went down. But he went down and got the mail. Now, it's Saturday, and so generally on Saturday or Monday or Tuesday, I'll get The Economist. You're saying, Joe, that doesn't look like a magazine. That looks like a table of contents from a magazine. Well, and indeed it is. And the reason it's not, the actual front of the magazine is because I have to cut off substantial parts of the front and the back of the magazine because of all the advertising. And the printer's ink, and I do not like to, I do not like to get printer's ink on my hands. I got a cough. Sorry. But as a good YouTuber, it didn't disturb my hair. So here's the current issue. Now, the great thing about this is, of course, it's got a helicopter lifting Trump's hairpiece or head or hair, or whether it's a hairpiece or not, up over the White House. I should actually, well, I'll put it this way here. They always have good covers, but they're always heavily printer's ink. Very rarely do you get sort of like a, mostly uninked cover. And then after that, and now, and this in no way is me promoting the advertising I'm going to show you. It's just me sort of complaining about all the crap I got to put up with. You got a Rolex. Okay, that's 2 pages. Those are the first 2 pages of The Economist. This can't be cheap for them. And then we have page 3, page 4 of The Economist. 4 pages of the Rolex, if you will, Rolex ads in the front of The Economist. Now, of course, what that does is it makes it hard to sort of just take off the front and the back covers in one wipe, because if you do, then you're going to lose lots of pages in the back. And I like to read the obituary and stuff in the back. Now, what was I doing? Now, of course, The Economist, like many magazines, well, here's the back. See, here's the back. And then here's the next to last page in The Economist. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna cure cancer. Okay, well, somebody will maybe. Well, God will at some point. But anyway, um, now in The Economist, of course, like all magazines, most mass market magazines. Well, I wouldn't call the Economist a mass market magazine. It's kind of a specialized. Well, it's not a niche market. Anyway, you have these ads to subscribe. Now, I've extended my subscription to September 1st, 2018. I've off and on I've subscribed to this outfit. This is the third time. First time, it just got so I couldn't afford it. The second time, I could sort of afford it, but you know, these people, well, they still sort of worship at the god of carbon, the altar of the god of carbon dioxide. But the first two times, it was like carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide. And then the first two times also, they really hated the idea of anybody in the private sector owning a gun. They didn't understand the Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution at all. And their contempt, their open contempt for people in the United States who own guns was just annoying. So I unsubscribed. Yearning for some sort of at least intelligent discussion at a reasonable price, I resubscribed here a few years back, about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and they still hate guns, although not as unreasonably sad. They still don't understand the U.S. Constitution. They don't understand a written Constitution. They don't have a written Constitution over there. And they don't understand, personal ownership of firearms or self-defense and that kind of thing. They don't understand that, And they still worship at the altar of the god carbon dioxide, but not quite as idolatrously as before. Okay, so that was the mail. Now, I did mention that I just got a call from my neighbor Liz, and we'll have to clear this table off here presently. But not. We have time here, Paul. I'm not going to be that long. I know I like to talk a long time. But, I watched the movie. What's that called? Dazed and Confused by Richard. Richard Linklater made it, and he did Slackers, and he's done a number of other things, and I love his stuff. But this is the first one I can sort of download for free, and the problem is the guy that did it, cut off sort of like the front credits. Not all of them, but he cut off all the back credits. And obviously, I recognize a lot of these actors. Who went on to have, they're still around. But I'll have to, as my friend Mike Hill said to me, he said, you've got to, let's look at such and such a site and you'll see all the credits. And I said, yeah, I'm aware of that. It's like I had to just go check it out, but I didn't do it afterward. So, actually, I ought to shave here if we're going to have guests. So, I'm going to say bye, and Paul's going in too. So, bye-bye YouTubers for now, although this may be incorporated into the later material. We'll see. All righty. Well, we're ready for Liz and Henry to show up here. We got our table mats on. I've cleaned up some dishes. I shaved. even though I've got some blood running down my chin right now, but that'll stop.
Don't.
Well, Paul's insisting on truth. Well, and that's good, but sometimes dramatic truth is better than real truth. No, it's clotted, but the clots are still there. So, but those will all be gone by tomorrow when I have to read in church.
You don't bleed like I do. I see.
Well, I actually bleed more, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. I don't think we're going to have a contest. Excited you're here.
Took me a while to get it together.
Oh, it's wonderful here. Let me help you here after I turn off my thing here. Where's the good Henry here? We get Henry on. We'll get Henry on documentation here.
Hello.
Oh, thank you.
At Goodwill.
What?
See this antenna?
The
I got the same, one of these, and I bought it at Goodwill
Oh,
for
that.
like $2 or $3.
Yeah, I didn't pay more about $14 for that. What? Oh, here, yes.
And that is that amplified? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the thing goes into the.
So what do you get? About 15
TV.
channels? 15 or 16?
Oh no, I basically I never watched much TV. We get 4.1, 4.2, 6.1, 6.2.
Yep.
A lot of times we don't get 10.1 or 10.2 at all, but it shows up.
But all you have to do is switch that around. You'll get it.
I don't want to see 10.
I mean, all you have to do is turn it.
I don't want to see 10.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about those.
10.2.
I don't care about channel 10. I mean, all these those.
You get WSU.
Yeah, I get the 3 from WSU.
Yep.
I get the 2 on 28. And there's a bunch of stuff on 53 which I rarely watch.
Yeah. There's 5 religious channels now.
Oh, and I guess it's 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah.
I used to look at some of that stuff, but
The one I want to get's too far away on my little portable. It's they're down by Lancaster.
yeah.
The
Huh?
CW, I can't get it.
Can I get you anything here? We need to get. Oh, we've got paper towels.
But we got plenty of
We have
napkins.
napkins.
These are all from my road trips.
Oh, gala.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that seemed to end rather abruptly, didn't it? It just wasn't convenient to video a lot of what went on last night because a lot of this was fairly confidential stuff relating to this, eminent domain stuff on all of the surrounding properties. Particularly, well, obviously Liz's and then the marshes next door. So not really suitable to be put out up. So, but let's see. They stayed till around about 9:15, 9:20 Eastern Daylight Time. Here's some medicine. Here's some blood pressure medicine. I'm talking to you now on Sunday, September 6th at about 16:30 in the afternoon Eastern Daylight Time, and I've been catching up on my YouTube, and Paul's at work. Paul's back at work. He'll probably be home shortly. It'll be interesting to see how they schedule him this first week back and so forth. But I've been sitting here, as I said, waiting to Skype with Tony Pincham, and I have a feeling he's kind of tied up doing something because I emailed him about it, and I've blinked in on him with Skype a couple times, and just so I think he's off doing other things. Good. I hope he's having fun. So I read in church today. I read the James 2, and Michael Jupin preached, did the service and preached, and And we're back to 10:30 rather than 9:30, since the summer's essentially sort of, once Labor Day here in the United States is here in the United States, it's sort of officially, summer's kind of officially over. So I didn't stick around too much for this coffee hour situation. Plus, I'd eaten my fill last night. She had brought over these really thick hamburgers, and they weren't overcooked. They were really good, and I had 3 of those bad boys. And I rarely get a chance to do that, but so I was just kind of a delicious naughty treat, and so I wouldn't have wanted to eat anything anyway, even if they had something at coffee hour I wanted to eat, which they usually don't. It's usually all cookies and cakes and crap like that, or fruit bowls. I'm going to eat a fruit bowl, right? So, home safe by the grace of God. I stopped and got a resupply, and it's interesting. It's a major holiday weekend here in the United States, but the traffic, very much like the 4th of July, also a major holiday. There's just not much traffic. Sorry for me poking my eye; they just are itching like mad. And so it's been a fairly quiet day, which is nice. I got bitten on my left ankle with clearly something whose fangs were about maybe this far apart, and it had to have happened the night before last. And it was sort of sore yesterday, and then I woke up this morning. This thing's, yesterday. So it was sort of the day before yesterday. Then yesterday, it was sore, and I was kind of this big bruise. I mean, it's like this bruise and swelling, and okay, I bumped it. I'm always bumping stuff. So. I didn't think too much, but I saw this little scab down there, and I thought, I'd cut it on something. I mean, I do that stuff all the time. Always have. Always have. I mean, even when I was like in my 20s. And so I got a closer look at it. I've clearly been bitten by either a centipede or one of these, entities. And so I took 5 milligrams of prednisone. I don't like to take that stuff, but I'll tell you, in about 40 minutes, the swelling was way down. Didn't hurt. It's an amazing drug. I haven't had to take any more today. I'll probably take one tomorrow, and that should see me past this. So, on that note, I hope either A, Tony's okay, or B, he's having a lot of fun doing something. And that's pretty much it for today. Sunday the 6th of September, 2015. And also yesterday for that matter. Alrighty, bye-bye, YouTubers.